Hey guys, welcome back to another video on Cycle Fanatix. First off, I want to say thank you so much for the awesome comments on the previous video. There was so much good information how to operate a motorcycle at high speeds. So I really do appreciate all the comments. I really wanted to show you guys that video because it had a lot of priceless information, not only for the track, but you could take that information and use it on your daily riding on the streets. So thanks for the comments, appreciate it. Another thing really quick, the Sport Glide giveaway will end. I have to end this sooner because I do not have room. I got a whole bunch of work getting done on the house. I have, if you guys are aware, I have an Audi TTRS 2021. I haven't had it for, I guess, the last 6 months. That's why you guys haven't seen it in my garage or in my driveway. It's getting a whole bunch of engine work done to it. It's gonna come back with somewhere around 850 horsepower. It's gonna be absolutely insane. Motor was built by IROS Motorsports out in Las Vegas, Nevada. So I'm definitely gonna be doing some videos on that. But anyway, trying to make this quick. That car is coming back end of March. I don't have any room. My bike is actually in the shed and I don't want it in there because all the kids' bikes are in there and stuff. I just really don't have any room. I'm trying to find a garage and there's just none out there because they're getting picked up like that. So long story short, Sport Glide giveaway will end March 15th. Really didn't do well as good as the Road King. I should have did another Road King, but obviously the channel is basically all bagger enthusiasts, all bagger fans. And yes, this is somewhat of a bagger, but it's still a soft tail. It just wasn't at all popular as far as a giveaway on the channel. That's why I introduced the second prize, which was obviously the cash and the stage 2. But anyway, long story short, that is going to end March 15th. And right after that, I'm going to announce the winner. That's after I get back from Daytona, which will be down in Daytona from March 6th to March 11th. So stay tuned. I will give you guys dates as far as when we're going to be doing the meet and greets down there. This video is actually really cool. So I'm going to actually take you and show you really up close how they build a King of the Baggers winning Road Glide race bike. It's absolutely amazing. I have some close-up shots so you guys could really look at the detail, at the swing arm, at the primary cover, how the foot peg is actually part of the primary. It's just simply amazing. The bike, just to give you guys a rundown, the bike is somewhere in the neighborhood of 596 pounds and about 170 horsepower with a 131R motor. It's just remarkable how they put this thing together. It's an absolute weapon, absolute machine. Right after that, I have a treat for you guys. The one and only Kyle Wyman, champ. He actually took me, Blockhead, and Robert Simmons paying it forward and took us around the track for a couple laps in a damn minivan. So stay tuned for that. We had a whole bunch of laughs, tires screeching. It was just an amazing day. And I do have several other awesome videos for you guys from Arizona, including the reviews, including the track time, and including a beautiful, beautiful ride into Arizona, into a national park. Scenery was amazing. So definitely stay tuned for that. If you're new to this channel, do me a favor, click that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel so I could keep putting out the best content that I could possibly do for you guys. So that really helps. So let's get into this video and thanks. See you later. Good morning, Queen.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Amazing bike, huh?
Oh my God.
Amazing. So this is the actual bike, the championship bike that they won last year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Amazing piece of machinery.
Would you ride it?
Absolutely. If we can, sure.
It's a handful. It actually handles.
Mine's got 155
It
horse.
actually handles really nicely.
I'm
The
sure.
biggest problem, the biggest trick with it is it's so tall.
Oh,
So it's just
right.
managing that initial getting going part
Right.
because you're kind of doing that side to side dance to get there. But other than that,
Mine's got 155 horse, but it's still over 800 pounds.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is over 200 pounds lighter.
yeah, this is like
Right.
635.
Oh, wow.
We took a little bit of weight out.
That's got to move.
It moves like
Sweet. So you're engineering manager as
Yeah.
well as the crew chief.
correct.
Yep.
Correct. Yeah,
Awesome.
it was. It's been a whirlwind. So yeah, when we first started.
Good job, by the way. Congrats.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I was actually the first one to hop on this bike. It was a moment. It was a moment.
Yeah.
It was a really cool moment.
Good morning.
Good morning. Just gotta get cleaned up. She's a little dirty from sitting in the tent.
Yeah.
No, I haven't ridden back.
Make sure to walk right past you.
Everyone's asking.
Are you guys running a fan on the oil cooler? No.
Yeah, she's a pretty bad man.
Yeah. Absolutely.
No longer pristine, as it's been through a fair amount.
You got the new one, right, for this year?
Yep.
Wow, the blue one?
Yep, we got that, and Travis's is the gray, kind of just like the STs. All right, what spots did I miss? You're looking up close. Pretend you're my wife. Tell me how I screwed up.
Let's keep going.
Sounds about right, too.
But right now we're gonna be hopping in this truck and the Suburban, and we're gonna do, I guess, a lap around the track just to kind of get an idea where the turns are and to see how it is before we get on the track. So it's a lot of fun, a lot of information, a lot of great information out here.
Look how relevant that is, right?
So me, Blockhead, Robert Simmons, we have the best driver in the building.
That's right.
Don't tell my brothers that.
In a minivan.
That's right, in a minivan.
See if in a couple minutes if you still think I'm the best driver. We'll see.
This is a very interesting combo, guys. We got a championship winner driving us in a minivan around a track.
Oh yeah.
All right. Some things I didn't expect to happen today.
Let's hit the first cone, so we're good.
We're the first from home. I've been coming out here since 2014. Have a membership here, which is amazing. To be
Nice.
able to have this track kind of
Nice,
at our
very nice spot.
disposal. It's, as you guys know, way out in the middle of nowhere, Wilcox, Arizona, about an hour east of Tucson. And the member corps is not very large, and I would say that I probably get 80 days a year out here where it's just me.
Nice.
So it's,
Oh,
it's
nice.
amazing.
That's
It's
awesome.
You don't live, you're not from Arizona, are you?
No, I'm from New York.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I moved to upstate Rochester, New York.
Oh, yeah, you're close, sure.
Yeah, I actually, let's close that.
Oh, so I'm sure you've been to New York Safety Track then.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
where I go. Yeah.
So yeah, but I moved to Tucson in 2015, was here for 6 years. I just moved back to New York, but I bought a toy hauler to keep here.
Oh, nice.
So a little bit of the winter home feel. So
We got slalom going on here?
yeah, so we've
Ah.
added a little bit more to this track just to give you guys even more opportunities to feel the handling of these bikes. This back straightaway is pretty long. It doubles as an airstrip.
Oh, wow,
And
cool.
yeah, so what we have here on the track in every corner really is these cones. We're gonna go to the pointy side of the cone. It's a drill we do. We're just trying to point you down toward that apex. So the apex being where we intersect with the inside of the track when we're online. Being online is, hey, can I run the biggest radius within the track limits? And when you put the straightest lines possible through the corners, where you intersect on the inside is where the apex is. That's what makes sense. So
Wow,
I'm good with that.
I'm liking this track. Nice sweepy turns, huh?
Yeah, so we're heading up to turn 4 here. We want to, obviously it's a right-hander, so we're going to start to the left side of the racetrack. Brakes down in here, holding those brakes till we got speed and direction. And we're going to add a couple stops, at least in the first session, to this track, just because these are two really blind sections. So we're heading up to turn 5 here. Wherever you see double cones, we're going to come to a California stop. Okay, just to give us an idea of where this track's going. So we see these cones pointing us down toward these apexes. It's going to put us online. So we accelerate out of 5 because we plan to brake for 6. We accelerate, we put weight rearward on those rear tires because we plan to put weight forward on the brakes. And that's the most efficient way to transfer that load. Car, bike, van, RV, you name it. So on these brakes, trading off brake pressure for steering wheel, the same as trading off our brake pressure for lean angle on the motorcycle.
Got some pretty good elevation changes, too.
And views, look at it, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
back to the
make sure
brakes
you don't
here.
look good.
Turn 8, we call the eyebrow. Down into 9-10. So coming up over 10 here, we really want to stay riders right. It's a little bit deceiving on where the track
Nice.
actually goes. We got those cones to keep us on the racetrack. We run on a track pretty quick on the left here. So we have added a U-turn.
Uh-oh.
So the van probably can't do it. I'm gonna just do it once. It's a little
That
point
e-brake,
turn
right?
here.
I'm excited about the future.
Yeah. So we've added a U-turn. Get some slow speed maneuvering. I know you'll appreciate.
I will.
And back onto turn 12. So we're gonna make another kind of tight right-hander back onto turn 12 here.
Very nice.
And then we got 12, 13 opening up. We've got one of the most tricky corners up here. We've added another stop because at speed, when you approach turn 14, it is a very, very tight right as you cross this
Oh,
hill.
yeah,
So
wow.
Nice.
we had a little stop here for the first session. And this is one of those really, really long radius corners we talked about. So it's more than 180 degrees. So you've got to have that neutral throttle, patience, wait, until you really see that corner start to open up.
Very nice.
Accelerate through 16, open up 17 here. You go back to the brakes, hold those brakes, slow that radius, tighten that radius, so you can really see that exit open up. Down into 18 here. And we've got a chicane here, so we're gonna go back to the brakes, get this thing tight on this curb. Nice little tight chicane. Back across, start, finish. Just enough room for the van between the cone and the curb here. another blind entry, so we've got these cones to make sure we keep it low. Entry turn 1. Now we drive it here. What does radius do when we drive it?
What's that?
Radius opens, then we go back to the brakes so we can tighten our radius. Get direction in a position to accelerate again. Now we've got the chicane here, which is going to be, an on-throttle chicane. We've got to do a lot more pushing and pulling on those handlebars. So we'll do a lot more counter steering through places where we're accelerating, where we can't put that weight forward. We've got to have some bar input. When we go to the brakes, you tell me.
You feel nervous?
You nervous yet?
Now,
Okay, now go to the brakes, put some weight forward, slow that car, tighten the radius, get down on that second apex, no problem. Back to the brakes, we'll put some smooth load into those front steer tires. Drive it out of 4, plan to brake for 5. Give her a little roll through stop sign here. Now, see that patience in the middle, holding neutral throttle to allow the van to continue to turn? Because we've all heard, oh, you should be braking or accelerating, so we're braking, let's accelerate. Okay, well now we gotta hold steering wheel to keep it on the racetrack. Rather, let's hold those brakes till we got the van pointed and we're in a position to take away that steering wheel. Back to the brakes, tighten our radius. Accelerate because we plan to brake once more. Let that van turn in here. Holding, patience. And we can accelerate. Now we'll skip our U-turn here. Brake from the outside of turn 12. Hold that brake pressure. Now we've got another long radius corner. If I accelerate here, it's going to be really tough.
Jesus Christ.
So, the brakes are getting a little hot here too.
We are in a minivan.
We are in a minivan.
The minivan has been reinvented.
However,
Dude, I feel the back like starting to slide out. You feel that?
you know what's kind of fun is that, a minivan, not designed for the racetrack per se.
Per se.
Bagger.
Unless you're a Wyman.
Yeah, you're right, a bagger with it too.
Bagger, not necessarily designed for a racetrack either, but if you put the inputs in correctly, it's pretty shocking how well it'll work. So, back to the brakes, open up the chicane, get that direction, get pointed.
This is front wheel drive, isn't it?
It is. Back to the brakes, respecting the slowest part of turn 1. Back to the accelerator because we plan to brake once more. Feeding that steering
You should
wheel
put a
in.
belt on.
Right?
You gonna put your seatbelt on?
Didn't expect me to do this in a minivan either.
I actually went through this, so I knew better.
So we get out of turn 2 so well.
Uh-huh.
We approach that cone with so much speed that guess what? All of a sudden I need a little bit of brakes.
It's going on.
Guys in the back are buckling up now after lap 5.
So, we all heard over the years, even in our motorcycle instruction manuals at times, you brake in a straight line, you get all your braking done, and you don't brake into the corner. So let's try that. So let's do that. Let's jump off the brakes. You feel that van just kind of come apart. You feel that load get taken away.
Feel it come up.
Yeah, you feel it pop up, that
Yep.
contact patch.
Yep.
Even in a car, contact patches get smaller, and now we got to use more steering wheel.
Mm-hmm.
So when we jump off the brakes on our motorcycle, we got to use more lean angle
Mm-hmm.
on less rubber. So, right?
Those two don't add up.
Look, I mean, when you really break it, it's not an easy sport. Let me be clear about that.
Not at all.
It is, however, simple. It is pretty simple. If we're approaching a section that has a tighter radius than we're on, we're going to have to slow our vehicle. So get this thing down to this apex, let it turn, then we can go.
I also like the fact that where you guys have the cones, it'll help people look through the turn.
Yeah. It gives you a trajectory.
Yes.
It's direction. That's what we're talking about when we mean direction. Are we pointed yet? We can't accelerate yet. Now we can. So trying to get that direction as soon as possible by slowing your motorcycle more to be in a position to accelerate once again. That's really where the magic is.
Now tell us the significance of the yellow and the blue.
So these are just curbings for, when you're, especially with cars in particular, using more than what the track has to offer, so you're not on the dirt.
Gotcha.
So these are the places where you're most likely to run off, right?
Okay.
So this is your apex. You're most likely to dip a wheel on the inside. It just keeps they're just constantly being gravel pulled onto the racetrack.
And this track is designed just to run in one direction, correct?
We can run it both directions. However, it's definitely more suited to this direction.
Gotcha.
A couple areas get a little sketch. Even so, in this configuration, look, I mean, we have this braking zone. We stab the brakes here and fall down. Our trajectory is going to be a little tough. So in these places, it's just part of our plan when we get on the bike. So think about all these street rides you do, these roads you know so well. Can you think of a place on that ride that always is in your mind? Like, yeah, there's always that one blind stop sign that nobody sees. There's always that one, if it rained last night, there's always going to be water running across that one on-ramp. We all have those things that we have to put our brain on before we turn our key on, rather than lay in the dirt and be like, I knew that was there, right? And I didn't have my brain on it anyway. So when I go out here and ride at Indy, I'm thinking about this wall in turn 2, this wall going into the chicane. It doesn't mean I don't ride. It doesn't mean I don't enjoy myself. It's just part of my plan. It's in the front of my brain. Man, what better way to experience a new product than on a racetrack?
Oh yeah.
No other variables to worry about.
Absolutely.
This is what I had in mind when they told me my luggage wasn't on the flight. Looks okay. Because I know where I'm going.
So how we doing?
Doing great. Getting excited even more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Day
stuff to do
40.
it on a bike for sure.
It's been really cold the last couple days, so we're definitely lucking out, getting some better weather today.
It was colder than this.
Oh yeah, yesterday we had some sleet in the morning, and the day before it snowed on the street ride. So
Oh, wow.
we definitely are in a better spot today. Y'all are pretty lucky.
Brought that Florida weather for you guys. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Appreciate that so much.
Not a
problem.
cloud in the sky. That's the other thing too. It's cool out, but once your adrenaline starts to rush, and on top of that, just full sun.
It'll warm up
It'll,
quick with the
yeah,
sun.
and it actually will help out because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be sweating.
Yeah, so you can see how we're using all the racetrack, and on the street, we want to use all the lane if we can. If we're approaching a right-hander, we want to try to, set up towards the left side of the lane, set up toward that yellow line, and try to maximize the radius within the available lane. For here, we've got a much wider lane. We've got a whole racetrack, and we can really utilize as we turn in too early for corners. The radius is tighter than it could have been, so we have to control our speed even more, and that's what puts us in positions where we have to adjust even more. So if we turn in way too early to 14 here, way down on the bottom, my corner's not dead. I just have to control my speed even more.
Yep.
You see that?
Yep.
How's it going?
I think pretty well.
Yeah?
Pretty well, yeah. How you guys doing?
Pretty
Smells
good.
like
Why do I
brakes.
smell
I
brakes?
smell tranny fluid.
Yeah, weird, huh?
There's some pee on the floor too, but
Hey, my band's gonna tell you stuff.
Look at, I know, I
Tell you
look at,
something.
I know it. I know Queen Sid.
Are you listening? My band's gonna tell you something. Let's hear it. In slow turns, I accelerate because I plan to. Boom, man, they're ready. We showed the U-turn. We'll just show a little bit
I'm just thinking about, maximizing radius, right? Why are the cones where they are? It's because I want to run the straightest line possible. I want to straighten this track out as much as I possibly can. So I do that by running the biggest radius available within the track limits. That's why we're wide entering 17, we're tight at the apex, and we're wide on the exit, because the more radius I use, the less lean angle I need. The less lean angle I need, the more throttle and brake is available. Make sense? Good.
Now you say lean angle, there's another word.
Risk. Yep. Yep.
The greater the limit, the greater the risk.
What do you say?
All good? Making sense?
Absolutely.
Burnout.
This is where we
Burnout with a front wheel drive Cobra, all right?
Yep, so pit in. We see riders last minute pit in and dart across the track. We want to try to avoid that. So cool. Same with pit out. Up here as we enter the track, we want to stay riders left. Not cross that blend line. People are coming up the hill flying over a blind crest. And we stay riders left until turn 12.
Nice.
Yeah, so we used I'm sorry, the minivan will never be the same.
Rotors are melted.
So probably do a little 10 minute break.
Okay.
Grab a snack.
Thanks, Kyle. That was awesome. Man.
Absolutely. And we're gonna head out on track.
Awesome.
Do we just run to a motorcycle, or are they assigned?
They're not assigned, so first dibs.
That was amazing. Kyle took us around the track a couple times just to show us where the apexes were in the 22 turns of this track. It's absolutely amazing. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. We got awesome content. Look at the bikes right there. We have awesome content in store for you guys. So me and Rob are going to pick out our bike.